and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, for a full Barça news roundup with the very latest on transfers. Joao Cancelo, Joao Felix discussed in today's video, along with a definitive update on Jaden, Philogene. But we've got plenty of talk, of course, ahead of Spain versus Germany at the Euros, with great quotes from Jamal Musiala and more updates on Nico Williams to Barça. It is all on the way for you today, guys, and a very happy 4th of July to all of my American friends. But I do want to kick off here by saying a big thank you to Jawad from India. He has been following on the channel since the Valverde days. We have some memories from that time, don't we? And he says there that whoever wins in Spain versus Germany will win the Euros, and I'm excited to talk more about that game today. Big thank you for the great support. But actually I want to start here with an update from Copa America, because I could not fail to mention the absolute beauty that Raphinha scored for Brazil against Colombia on Tuesday night here. You can see him standing over the free kick. It is an absolutely beautiful strike there. One of those whereby the very second he struck that, it was only ever going to go in one place, arrowing its way into the top corner. Phenomenal technique from Raphinha. And I tell you what, that is great to see there, because we at Barca, we know we need to pose more of a threat from free kicks there, from dead ball situations in and around the penalty area. And we know that Raphinha, for example, he's got the ability to shoot from range and shoot very well indeed. And there's no reason here why he can't apply that to free kick situations. So what a goal it was, helping Brazil there, only to draw against Colombia. They finished second in their group, and they only got one win out of 3 at Copa America so far. And now Raphinha will come face to face against another one of our own, Ronald Araujo, in the Copa America quarterfinals. Brazil will take on Uruguay on Saturday night. Who do you believe will come out on top in that one? But if we do move on here to an important transfer update coming out this morning here, lots being spoken about in the media surrounding Joao Cancelo, because the word is Man City do not want another loan deal when it comes to Cancelo. They've been speaking already with Barca about this deal, about whether Cancelo can continue at the club. But Man City are saying, look, we're not going to loan him out again. We are not going to accept another loan deal. We want to permanently sell Joao Cancelo this summer. They want guaranteed money, a guaranteed sale, and apparently Barca are fully aware now of Man City's stance. And what the reports are saying right now is that Man City, the kind of money they're looking for Cancelo is between 20 to 30 million euros this summer. And as of course we know, Cancelo really wants to come back to Barca. That's where he wants to be. But can it happen now? Because I've got to be honest with you guys, and I've said this before, I'm just not sure about signing Cancelo for big money this summer. I'm really not. Because right now you look at it, he's 30 years old now. He is not going to have any resale value whatsoever. So any money that you outlay on him, 20 to 30 million, you've got to get that back in performances. And I'm just not really sure right now that is looking like value. He has said himself, by the way, Cancelo, that in a few years' time, he plans on returning to Portugal anyway. He wants to go back there and play in his home country. So I don't think here this is a signing that makes sense for 20 to 30 million euros. Another loan deal I could understand, but Barca here shouldn't be paying big money. And that is big money for us. It still is. That could be used in so many different ways. And Man City here, I feel, they're going to be looking around for offers, because I actually don't know if any other club either would be willing to pay that for Cancelo right now. Then though, guys, we must indeed discuss Jaden Philogene, the exciting Hull City winger, who of course we have been linked to several times recently. And well, that basically was confirmed actually by Hull City's owner yesterday. He publicly confirmed that Barca's interest was real. He said Barcelona's interest in Jaden Philogene is true, it is genuine, and he said if Jaden wants to move and he says he wants to go somewhere, then there's nothing really that we can do about that, because at the end of the day, it is his life, it's his career. So Hull's owner there confirming Barca's interest, although let's face it, Barca reportedly being interested in your player, it does help the value. It does help there to push up the price. That is something that we always have to bear in mind here with Barca links. But But apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, it's not a move that's going to happen. Jaden Philogene's move to Barça, Fabrizio says, is complicated because the player would rather stay in England. He is looking at the Premier League offers, the concrete offers that he has. 3 Premier League clubs apparently have sent him concrete proposals. Those are Crystal Palace, newly promoted Ipswich and Everton. And as of right now, there is no concrete offer from Barca. Because I maintain here, from what I've seen of him, he is an exciting player. He's a really, really talented young man. And I'd be intrigued here to see how he can make that step up from the Championship to the Premier League and where he could end up really in a few years' time. But I'm just not really sure Barca were ever fully involved in this deal. I'm not sure we were ever serious about Jaden Philogene. We were looking at him, we were certainly tracking his progress, but our priority remained undoubtedly Nico Williams. Which brings us on then to talk about the absolutely fantastic game that is on the horizon here at the Euros. Spain up against Germany. And this, for me, biggest game of the tournament so far, between 2 of the favourites to go all the way and lift the title. And I'm really intrigued to see how Spain play. Throughout the tournament so far, they've had such freedom, they've had such confidence about their game, and I want to see if they play that same kind of football, with that same kind of belief against somebody like Germany there, in their own backyard. Germany are the hosts, of course, they've got momentum behind them, and I also cannot wait to see, guys, how Lamine Yamal performs in this kind of game. And you think about it here, 16 years old, a European Championship quarter-final, Spain against Germany, historic footballing nations, and Yamal, even to experience this kind of game, it can only be good for him. It can only be good for his career here that he's involved in such an important spectacle, and I just cannot wait to see him. Because what you know about Yamal is that he'll still play the same way. He will still attack this game fearlessly. We haven't seen him show fear. We haven't seen him show any nerves at all. And I'm sure they're in there. It is natural there. He is human at the end of the day. He's going to be nervous. He's 16 years old. But his football never shows it. And on Friday, he has the opportunity to turn what has been a phenomenal tournament personally for him. He has really put his name out there, up in lights. But he has the opportunity to go one step further against Germany, in a quarter-final. A big Yamal performance. It could be historic. And well, speaking of that kind of level that Yamal has been showing, I think it was really interesting to listen to Jamal Musiala ahead of this meeting here between Spain and Germany. I've also been so impressed with Musiala, what he's been doing there. One of the players of the tournament so far, so exciting. And part of me still wonders that in years to come, is there any chance, is there even a tiny chance that we could see him in a Barca shirt? Hey, one can dream, but he said there ahead of the game that Spain have many players who can bring value to their team and are very dangerous. He actually mentioned specifically Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal and Pedri. He said all 3 of these players can decide a game alone. So really, really nice words there from Musiala. But when speaking more about Yamal, I thought it was even nicer what he said. He said to be at the level that he is showing at 16 years old, it's amazing. He said at 16, I didn't even have the physical requirements to be even able to train with the pros. And he said, yeah, Yamal, he is already playing consistently and showing this level. He said that is really, really cool to see, and it is nice to see the appreciation here to actually have a top player for Germany in Musiala, one of the players, like I say, of the tournament, to actually look and say, you know what he's doing though at Spain, it is phenomenal, and that is true respect right there. And I also want to say, guys, about Nico Williams here, lots of praise coming his way, and I'm going to be keeping a close eye on him too against Germany, because he's going to be up against Joshua Kimmich. Now that is a real big test, big challenge for him here at the Euros. Kimmich has played all of the games for Germany at right back so far. It's the biggest matchup of the tournament for Nico Williams, and of course he's also going to have to do much more work going the other way as well. So I think we're going to get a real insight here into exactly what Nico is made of. It's a big game for him, and I've got no doubt at all that he can still impress on this kind of occasion, because once again yesterday we had several of the Barcelona players speaking about Nico Williams, speaking about the possibility of him joining Barca. You had Pedri there speaking about Nico. He said he would be a spectacular signing for Barcelona. He said he's a player who is already showing us now what he's capable of, and I really hope that he can join us there. So Pedri and many Barcelona players, they're not holding back, are they? They're speaking very publicly about their relationship with Nico, about what they're seeing from him on a day-to-day basis, and they would absolutely love to have him at Barca. They're trying their best to make it happen, because Pedri said when it comes to Lamine and Nico's relationship, he He said they're together all day. They're always looking for each other. Where's the other one? And he said they're two young people who are having fun. And that is reflected out there on the field, because when they're having fun together out there, then everything goes much better for us. And I think that relationship between Lamine, between Nico, it is absolutely fantastic. And it's really pure. It's nice to see that kind of genuine happiness there and connection, both on and off the field as well. And I would like to just mention here, guys, along with Pedri's words, do I even need to tell you that yesterday again in an interview, Lamine Yamal said, guess what? That he'd love to play with Nico at Barça next season. Every available chance agent Lamine Yamal gets, he will tell us, I want Nico at Barça. Get Nico to Barça. He is working overtime to make this deal happen. And right here this morning, Fernando Polo there, very reliable journalist as we know in Barcelona when it comes to transfers, he says that Barça are absolutely convinced now they're going to be able to generate the FFP needed to sign Nico Williams this summer. Barça are confident in their ability to make it happen without having to make a big sale. Nobody has to go in order to get him in. It's a deal that can be done, which is fantastic news. If true, that is absolutely huge. But Fernando Polo did say, as a result of that though, one player's future now that is moving away from Barça, it is Joao Felix. He says that right now, every passing day and the explosion here of Nico Williams, that's hurt Joao Felix. It is becoming very, very unlikely that he's going to sign for the club this summer, that he's going to continue at Barça, because next season, you've already got Raphinha, you've already got Yamal, you've got ideally Nico Williams, and of course Hansi Flick returning to the club. Suddenly here, we're getting lots of options at the club. We don't need to overload all of these areas. We need to spend our money and allocate our wages very, very carefully, and it does seem right now that Joao Felix and maybe even Joao Cancelo are moving away from the club. And what do you make of that, guys? Would you accept Joao not coming back? Would you be willing to accept that maybe in order to pursue Nico Williams, we'd have to sacrifice the return of Joao? Maybe even both of them? Please do let me know, guys, in the comments down below here on everything we've discussed today here. These words on Nico Williams, these words on Lamine Yamal. What are your predictions for Spain versus Germany? I am going to back here Spain for the victory. I believe they can do it. And I'm going to go 3-1 Spain. Big victory in Germany. Will it happen? Let me know in the comments down below. I will see all of you soon. Thank you indeed for your support. But until next time, as always, Vejka, El Barça.